Hi, welcome to the Shelly Studio and another watercolor technique video. This one's not so much a watercolor technique, just a simple watercolor. I really had it in my head that I wanted to do these Chinese birds. That I have a book on Chinese watercolor and really wanted to do it, so I just couldn't get it out of my head even though I couldn't find my book. So I decided to do kind of a cherry blossom tree and a bird. So that is what I'm doing. Just a simple, really simple watercolor. And do as I say, not as I do. Don't have all your branches come out from one point on your tree because that's not how trees actually grow. So I do put a branch down here at the bottom so that they're not all coming from the same point, but they do all tend to come out of that one point, and it's dark. I emphasized it. I don't know why. So that's all I'm basically doing, is lightly touching the watercolor paper with my brush to get sort of a squiggly branch-like line, and then I'm just putting little dabs of red for the cherry blossoms. I've seen a lot of versions of the cherry blossom tree, but I've never painted one, and so this is just out of my head. I'm not looking at any kind of example. I think maybe sometime in the future I'll do a bigger version with a little bit more detail. This is just real simple. Decided I wanted some a little bit darker and some a little lighter, so I put a little more pigment on my brush there so we get some darker little blossoms going. And then I decide to splatter a little bit. You can't see it too much, maybe a little bit. I splattered some so that just there's pink in the air, I guess. Splatter some more on there. And then this next part, I tried to do the birds. I did a few flying birds. Those are fairly basic little birds. But I do try to do a little bit larger bird sitting on the branch at the bottom. Adding a little more paint. These are kind of hard to see. I'll show you a close-up when I'm done. And so down here I try to do a bird. I saw somebody demonstrate a particular bird, so I tried to do it. I decided it was getting too small, so I just sort of paint watercolor over the top of it and make it a little bit larger. And it doesn't turn out too badly. But I think I need to practice my birds. And the bird I saw had tail feathers that poked straight up. I kind of liked that. I thought it was cute. Then I decided I needed more flying birds in my sky. Had to give him a dark eye. So that's all that work was, just put a dot in for his eye. And then I decided my tree needed a little bit of green. Not too much, just a few specks here and there. And I'm just touching it with the tip of my brush. And there you go. You can cut that up and turn it into a cute little greeting card maybe. Anyways, I would like to thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe.